How's it going, guys?
What's up?
Andrew here.
And Caleb.
Welcome to another initial thoughts on the LCR podcast.
The intro to the LCR podcast.
Yeah.
To our second Disney live action movie of the year.
Sadly, with
Aladdin.
only two of us.
That's a sleepy boy.
It is a Friday night, technically a Saturday morning at 2 in the morning, and Matt has to work.
Oddly enough.
But we are here. We saw it at different times. Caleb saw it in the morning. I just got out of a showing about 3 hours ago.
Oh, nice. So it's still pretty fresh for you.
Yeah, still pretty fresh.
I've gotten to sit on mine for a while.
But we're here for initial thoughts. And we really haven't talked about it together, so this will be some genuine reactions. So I guess you can start with yours thoughts.
It was way better than I thought.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it.
Okay. Will Smith was the best part.
Yeah.
Jafar was awful.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fine. I honestly hated it until we got to the Cape Wonders.
Oh, yeah. This first act dragged on.
Like, I was watching this movie and I was getting embarrassed because I thought it was so bad. Like, I was like, I can't believe I'm watching this right now. Like,
I didn't think it was terrible. I just knew it was like very just slow.
I'll get into like little nitpicks when we do like our in-depth.
Right.
I was just like, especially like the first like 5-10 minutes. I'm like, oh my
You didn't like Arabian Night?
gosh. Okay, sorry. I guess not Arabian Night. It was Street Rat.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
I guess that was the song. So maybe more like 20 minutes in.
Like, they did something with that song and the action sequence that was like, it felt like that's what they're going to do for the rest of the movie.
Dude, it was so bad. It's
a good thing that they corrected it after that, because every song was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
There was an original song that they added to the movie.
2.
There were 2?
Yeah. Well, at least the little one where Jasmine sang just like for 30 seconds or whatever.
Oh, wasn't that just a version of the main one?
I guess. I don't know. I guess I really didn't
Like a
pick
little
that
snippet
up.
of it?
Maybe a little snippet of it. But yeah, so her original song. I liked it.
Yeah, it was nice.
I could tell though that like it wasn't written when the movie first came out. Like I could tell that it felt like it came out this year.
More modern.
Yeah, more modern song. And I thought she just had the power of Thanos because she just kept making everybody
I didn't
disappear.
like how the movie just turned into a music video for that.
Yeah, it
It
felt
was
like
definitely
a music
like it,
video. Yeah.
Because like they do have to promote that song now because it's a new song. But it's nice. It's welcome. It adds to the movie. But the original's perfectly fine without it.
Yeah, I was also really disappointed with Iago.
Oh yeah.
So
And Abu.
Yeah, Abu was, except for that shot where he's like, that was the best shot of the movie. But yeah,
He was
the magic carpet was great.
Yeah,
So,
we didn't really get any of the like not bitterness, but like Abu and Magic Carpet didn't like each other at first, and like the original, we didn't really see that at all in this one.
they just like loved each other.
Yeah,
I loved how the magic carpet just kept clapping for everything. That was funny.
his little pom poms. Him and the cape. I'm glad that Doctor Strange's cape is basically the Magic Carpet
Yeah.
of the Marvel universe.
Will Smith, you could tell he was trying. He was trying, and I honestly also
He proved everyone wrong.
I mean, I just like wrote like a little mini review on Letterboxd, and that's what I said. I was like,
Shout out Letterboxd.
I was like, Will Smith, like
Check
you
out
proved
the link
internet
down
wrong.
below for Andrew's Letterboxd.
I have 4 reviews. Like, oh gosh,
Jesus,
I have like 4 followers. So you
that was
okay?
loud.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Sorry for everyone that experienced that.
But yeah, I was just like, thank you for proving us wrong. Like, you were the best part of the movie, and
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he had.
I will say
huge-
not by far. I felt like the acting of Aladdin and Jasmine were great. Nothing extraordinary, but they
Aladdin
did a
in the
good
first
job.
act was really bad, but when he
Okay.
but when he got to the cave, we'll talk about it more. But when he got to the cave, I started liking him more. Jasmine was really good. She definitely was probably second.
And we didn't see her. I don't even think she talked in the trailers.
I still think Danny DeVito should have been her dad. That would have been hilarious.
The Sultan was another letdown. Not Jafar letdown, but
He wasn't goofy, you know? Where was his crackers? Why wasn't he obsessed with Iago? Like,
I don't think Danny DeVito would have been funny, but like I don't see him as the Sultan.
If you don't get this reference, go back and watch the mini that we talk about this, and I pitched the idea for Danny DeVito as the Sultan. But
we need him as Phil when they make the Hercules movie. Dude, they just shrink him down and like put on not prosthetic, but
Matt and I were
practical.
talking, just have Danny DeVito with horns. That's it.
And they just paint his legs brown. That'd be funny. That would be pretty funny.
Tiger was beautiful.
God, what's his name?
Raja.
Yeah, he was adorable. Mm-hmm. Any cat in a movie is great.
You can tell. You could tell this movie was on a set though. It just kind of felt like a set.
A little bit,
set pieces. And like one thing, I think
which I mean isn't bad. It's still.
I think it was Jeremy.
Nice.
It was Jeremy or Chris, one of the two. They said they live in the desert. Yet every time that they fall in the sand or fall, they look up, they like pop up and they look beautiful and clean. Like nobody ever really felt dirty in that movie.
That's every movie.
I mean, I guess, but like he's supposed to be
that isn't an action movie.
But
yeah, he's a street rat that looks like he showered in the morning.
His hair is slicked back gel.
They have modern plumbing, but his hair is just a little unkept.
Mm-hmm. One thing I don't understand is I mean, I only wrote like a paragraph on Letterboxd, but I do have like a little rant on all of the cool stuff Jafar did in the cartoon was cut out. He wasn't. I guess I'm not gonna say anything, but like a lot of the stuff what made him awesome they didn't even do, and that confuses me. I'm like, then how is this movie like 30 minutes longer than the original?
They tried to give him like an origin too. He didn't really have little snippet of an origin.
Yeah, kind of.
At least we learned more of his motives. We also had a weird war subplot.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
No, and the queen, I guess they had to like have a loophole of why the Sultan didn't have a wife.
Right.
I mean, and the music, obviously, it's the music.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Matt brought it up, the little twist that they made Will Smith's song a little more modern-ish, which was nice.
Yeah, there's with like all the Genie stuff, they made a lot of modern changes, which made sense with the pop culture references and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And I remember being against it at first because obviously it's Robin Williams. You don't want to mess his legacy. But this movie definitely feels like its own thing.
It feels like its own thing, which is nice. The only thing that I guess, we'll just talk about. I guess I just kind of want to start talking about it.
Okay, so. But yeah, go check it out, guys. I know it's like really another remake or live action adaptation, but it's welcome.
After
if they spaced them out better, I think people wouldn't have as much of a big deal with it.
This is my thing.
The fact that we're getting 3 this year.
Well, Disney, we won't have a freaking news podcast in such a long time, but Disney announced the next like 5 years of movies.
Maybe we can have a mini.
We should do like a little mini podcast about news because there's a lot of stuff happening. But in that announcement, Disney announced I think like 8 live action movies, and if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me, but like 2022 we're gonna have like 4 live action remakes.
Why?
And after seeing this movie, like I enjoyed it, but I'm almost kind of getting burnt out. Like I think after Lion King, Lion King is gonna kind of refresh it, but then I'm not gonna count that Lady and the Tramp bullshit. So if the next true one's Mulan, I want to know what the next ones are.
I thought we're getting Maleficent 2 next.
I don't count that as like a remake because like it's a sequel
or an adaptation.
Yeah, I count it as kind of its own original thing. I don't count it as a remake or adaptation. So I know Mulan is next. I don't know what the next ones are, but like I want to see what all the movies are just to be like how are they planning to make this interesting? Are they gonna be like, here's a good one, here's a bad one, here's a good one, here's a bad one? Because like I really enjoyed Dumbo. I think I enjoyed Dumbo more than this.
Yeah, Dumbo was fresh because it was its own story. I
think I'd watch Dumbo over this one. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I think we should dive into spoilers.
So be on the lookout for the podcast, guys. This initial reaction is going to be on Saturday. Yeah. So podcast is dropping on Monday. But yeah, for those podcast listeners right now, we will see you in a few seconds. Bye.
Bye.